Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Chips and Talk. Grab a snack. Let's chat. This is, I believe, episode 33 of the critically acclaimed podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today. First things first, excuse the sort of haphazard nature of when I drop these episodes. I, at this point, don't know what the hell I'm doing in my life, so, but the thing about this podcast is that I am chronicling my, just downturn into madness. I don't know if that's the correct term, but, just downfall into madness, I guess. I know there's a saying and I'm just fucking it up because that's just what I do. But, whether you're here through Spotify or Apple Music or YouTube, which YouTube, I don't fucking know if I'm going to upload this to YouTube. I don't know. I just keep doing like back and forth. I keep like, Jesus, fuck you guys outside. I keep, just being like, yeah, I'll upload this one to YouTube, or I just end up not doing it. I think I've said this before. I just don't want to clog up my YouTube with, just podcast episodes. Like, I just don't think that's content that people would enjoy, or at least, no, I think it would be enjoyable. It's just not content that I would put up on a YouTube channel. When I put something on YouTube, I like it to be something that I am proud of and that I care about. It's a repertoire of videos that mean a lot to me, or things that I, really do care about. So podcast episodes, I do care about them, but they're more just, kind of journal entries, but I'm not saying there's nothing artistic about podcast episodes, but like, they're certainly not the most artistic things, and you can do, I would say. It depends what type of podcast, but I'm just talking, that's all I'm doing. So I think things that require a little bit more effort and thought should go up on YouTube. But hey, I uploaded at least 20 fucking episodes to YouTube. Like, I did that shit. That's what I did. So, but anyways, here I am. I mean, it's mostly because they just didn't really get a lot of engagement, which I think I've explained in the past. So you guys are probably really fucking tired of me talking about the same shit, but it's true. It just doesn't really get the engagement that it needs to. They get basic views. I think, if I go to, if I go to my channel, I'm going to my channel right now. If I go to my channel and I go into the playlists and I go into Chips and Talk, the first video got 23 views, and I believe, after that it just kind of fell, and I'd occasionally get 26 views and 20 views here and there, but, they don't garner a lot of views. They just never do. So, it's really not, it's not only not that beneficial to the channel, but also it's just, kind of, I think people just look at it and they're like, well, I don't know what the fuck that is. Although, hey, I mean, it tells me a little bit that people aren't really that interested in my personality, at least my subscriber base. So, kind of sad days, but it's all right. It's okay. Wow, I have 84 music videos. Holy shit. I've done 84 music analysis videos. Holy shit. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. That's a lot. Okay. And I've done 42 film analyses videos. I definitely need it makes sense. I do about half for the movies. I definitely should do more. It's just, I'm just not a huge cinephile as much as I am a music file. And even then, I'm not even a crazy music file. So, and then I have 21 song covers, which is crazy. And I am planning to add another one in there. It is Charlie Puth's Light Switch. You're hearing it now, right here on Chips and Talk. But anyways, here what we do, of course, we literally grab a snack, whatever it is, ice cream, chocolate, chips, as the name suggests, nuts, my personal favorite, or nothing at all sometimes. So it just depends. In this case, I have Reese's miniature cups. Reese's, yes, not Reese's. Go fuck right off if you say Reese's, but Reese's. These are the miniature cups. These are very dangerous, of course, because you can definitely fucking just overdo it and end up with diabetes type 4. So it's not good. It's the bag, with a bunch of, it's the family pack or whatever. It's crazy because I'm not sharing this with my family at all. It's just me. But please let me know what snack you're munching on. Leave a review in the podcast service of your choice. Please let me know if you enjoy this. And on YouTube, I'm not going to be on YouTube. Although, fuck, I have thought about putting the audio up, just the audio, but I don't know about that either, So I don't fucking know. Anyways, oh shit, this is like, oh, as you can see, my head is all over the place. What the fuck? It's like kind of just, it's kind of like falling apart. Fuck this, dude. You got to be kidding me. No, this is not okay. Not okay. Oh no, there's nothing worse than like a Reese's that like kind of falls apart a little bit when you're taking out the fucking little cupcake thing. That's disappointing as fuck, but here we go. Oh my god. That is amazing. That's too damn good, man. I think that's it. I don't think I want another one. I do want another one, but it's this thing where I would want to have half. I wouldn't want to do like all of it, even though it's just a miniature version. I don't know. Should I do it? I don't know. I feel like it's too much if I do it. Your body. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. I need a napkin, so give me just one moment here. I can't find a napkin here. Let's see. Nope. Great. I'm just gonna have to fucking lick my fingers like a savage. Wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. But I guess on a brighter note, if these podcast episodes ever do end up, catching steam, usually that happens if, my YouTube audience gets bigger and bigger, then and the podcast probably starts rising up in listens. Then I'll probably guarantee, then I will probably shoot for video podcasts and put it up on YouTube. But for right now, this is just a secret between you and me and whoever actually cares about me. So I guess in my videos, I'll start mentioning that I have a podcast. I think I should start doing that because I don't fucking do that. So I should start doing that probably. But hey, my favorite thing is when there's a new podcast that someone's making or whatever, and like they let me know that there's a podcast and I had no idea what was going on, and then I go to check their fucking videos, and like there's like 80 videos that I haven't fucking listened to. I'm like, oh fuck, or like 80 podcasts, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, let me just binge this shit. So that's my favorite. But anyways, similar to what is it? I really need to start eating more chips. It just so happens to be that whenever I film this shit, I'm like, I'm very full. I really need to start being more cognizant of that. So sorry about that. You're not getting the ASMR action, and I think it's hilarious how it's called Chips and Talk. But anyways, so I think just like last episode, although I think I still ended up picking a topic, but let me start off with a little bit of what's going on in my life. I think that's what I'm gonna start doing for these episodes, just kind of talking about what's going on in my life, at least when I don't have guests. So I've been in this fucking craze into buying like a bunch of Guitar Hero games, Rock Band games, and just buying like fucking buying the peripherals and shit like that. Well, I ended up buying the drums and the guitar for Beatles Rock Band, and this is hilarious because 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, I believe. Those were a huge gap of years, but the music, the plastic music peripheral rhythm game genre was kind of waning. I think it was just this thing where they were overdoing it. They were coming out with like a release every 2 years, or at least I think sometimes even every year, either every year or every like 2 years, and it was just this constant thing, and and so so many people like bought this shit, right? It was crazy. And then they fucking got bored of it. And then they just went to pawn shops, they went to GameStops, they went to yard sales and just sold all this shit, right? And now, like, you know, I would say a good 8, 7, 9 years fucking later, whatever. Everyone's like, fuck, I want to play this shit again, just like me. So I remember I played the Beatles Rock Band Wii when I was young, along with Guitar Hero World Tour and Guitar Hero 3, and I even got Aerosmith, which I didn't even really like, but I got it. I didn't really play it that much, though, but I did get it, and yeah, Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock, that shit's a classic, but I played that on the Wii. Really, World Tour really was the shit, and I got that with the guitar. I remember that. My sister got that for me. And I played the shit out of that. I love that. But, I was a Wii person. So I didn't have the PS3 and shit like that. And that goes along with another thing that's going on in my life right now is where I'm just kind of here and there trying to play some PS3 games and stuff like that and catch up on certain games that I just wasn't able to play a lot when I was young or when I was a young teenager. Because I just didn't... I had a PS3, I think, into my late college years, I believe. I think that, or late high school years, sorry. Yeah, I didn't have the PS3 or I believe it's the 7th generation. I think it's the 7th generation. Yeah, I didn't get a 7th generation system. Actually, let me look this up. I want to get this right because so many people get it right. I just get it fucking wrong all the time. So let me get this right. Fuck right off with this Face ID bullshit. 7th gen gaming. What is this? Yes, yeah, 7th generation. 7th generation is the 360 PS3 Wii era. And so I didn't have a family that really wanted to buy me that shit, so I ended up buying myself. I traded in my Wii along with all my games, and that was so painful. Actually, I did it obviously, whenever you trade in something, at a GameStop or whatever as a kid, everyone did this. You did it out of like fucking desperation because you wanted to get the next best thing, right? And that's exactly what I did. And I didn't really care for it, but now I'm like, fuck, I wish I would have kept those games, man. I think I had a crazy amount of games, and some games I'm sure there here and there were pretty not rare now, but they were games that are probably worth something now. So I'm sad about that, but although I don't really care about the Wii that much, there's a few games that I would like to play again, but overall I don't really give a fuck. But I ended up getting the PS3, and that got stolen eventually. I didn't have a lot of games for it, thankfully, but it did get stolen. And then, what is it? Yeah, so I was talking about Rock Band and Guitar Hero and shit. So, yeah, I never played Guitar Hero Rock Band on HD TVs, essentially, right? I didn't play the 360 or PS3 versions. And when I looked online, I always loved how it looked, and I just wasn't never able to really to play that shit on the Wii. Although, when it comes to Rock Band and shit like that and Guitar Hero, it is overall similar, but the lighting is a little bit better and shit like that. But granted, the TV that I do have, obviously, these consoles only support 720p, so when you put them on a 1080p and up TV, it just kind of looks like ass sometimes. So, because these TVs aren't meant to play those games. They're meant to play fucking Ghost of Tsushima and Horizon. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe if there's a cable or something that can adapt, an adapter that can make these games look better on an HD TV. Or maybe I'm fucking shit out of luck and I just have to either hook them up to a fucking, a worse TV. I have no idea, But, they look fine. They look very dated now, and it's just a thing where like, all right, well, this just looks the way it looks. Especially I've been playing a little bit of Grand Theft Auto 4. And that game, I remember, when I watched videos of it online, I thought it would look great. And now it's just like, oh my God, this is like a nightmare. But it's still fun. But anyways, so yeah, I specifically wanted the Beatles Rock Band, like, the drums and the guitar. And I didn't get the fucking bass, the Les Paul, from Paul McCartney. I wasn't able to get that. That's my dream Rock Band guitar. I wasn't able to get that because, I was like, fuck it. And also, these things are going up in price because, like I said, so many people traded this shit in, so many kids, right? And then years later, these kids are growing up and they're wanting to buy this shit again. And that's what's going on. And so people are noticing this and they're raising the price of this shit. So it's very expensive to get a fucking dongle that connects your peripheral to the console is like $40, which is insane, dude. Along with the fucking guitar or the drums that you get, it's like fucking $120 investment, $100 at least, which is insane, so it's kind of fucked, but here we are. I got right here, actually sitting right in front of me, I have Rock Band 2, the Beatles Rock Band. I got Lego Rock Band, which I'm glad I got because I used to play Lego Rock Band on the DS. I played that shit so much, and I loved it. I wasn't able to play the console version for some reason. I don't think I got it on the Wii at the time. So, I played it on the DS and it was great. I loved it. And I'm glad it wasn't one of those games that use like the Guitar Hero peripherals that you fucking put on the GBA slot of the DS and kind of use it as a fucking weird hand thing. Like, it was a game that you play on with the buttons of the DS, and it was actually pretty fun. And also, I just bought Guitar Hero World Tour, and the reason mainly why I bought Guitar Hero World Tour was because that was my favorite Guitar Hero when I was younger. Played it on the Wii a lot, but also, here's the deal, though. It has Tool songs. It's the only music peripheral game, that came out that had Tool songs in it. Activision were the only ones that were able to get Tool music licenses, which is insane. So, it doesn't even have the full catalog. There is no fucking Guitar Hero Tool, Rock Band Tool, although there should. But oh my god, that fucking playing Schism, Vicarious, and Parabola and Parable. Jesus Christ, dude. That's it. That's fucking it right there. It's awesome, so it's really good shit. Really awesome, and it's sad that we can't play other fucking Tool songs. But that's the best we could do. So I'm excited for that. So I have a lot of music games here, but I'm also trying to catch up on my PS3 collection and shit like that, and just kind of picking games here and up. I want a full Vita game collection. A full, not the games that are from limited run, which I have to realize that me talking right now, there's so many people right now that have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But PlayStation Vita came out in fucking, I don't know, 2013 or something like that, a year before the PS4 came out or something. It was a great system, fantastic system, handheld. And I do ideally want a PlayStation Vita full game collection, and this is full retail games, not the limited run games, not the company that's releasing certain only download games on physical. I'm not talking about that because that would be a nightmare and that would be crazy expensive. I'm just talking about full retail, just pure games. And I think it's completely doable. I think, if I don't count the Japanese games and shit like that, I think it is doable. I have a lot of the good ones already. I've maintained them. I've kept them. And it just goes to show you that the Vita was something very special to me. The Vita is probably the system that I probably played the most on, which is insane. Just so many memories playing on the Vita. And I don't know, I thought about like uploading a Vita game collection on my YouTube channel because I just fantasize so much about being a video game YouTuber, like the collector YouTubers, like TB and Lust and Finn Gamer and stuff like that. For those of you who might know them, but they would update their video game collections and they would just do videos on the games that they got and shit like that. And I just loved watching that shit. I just fantasized over having the income to buy all these games and shit. And here I am, just trying to do that. And that's what you do. In your childhood, you wish you could do so many things, and then you get older, you have the income to do it, and then you just end up buying your childhood. Like that's kind of what you do. So, but I do ideally one day I want a full Vita game collection. That's what I want. But some of these games are expensive, dude. And I caught some of these games before they got very expensive. But right now it's kind of steady. It's not rising from right now. Maybe the most expensive game I own, counter offer of 120. Oh, fuck you, dude. The most expensive game I own is Ys Lacrimosa of Donna. It's an RPG. Ys 8. And actually, I'm going to check to see how much that shit is right now. Let me see. Because I'm curious. I'm curious to see if it's still rising in price. For some reason, the Vita version is very high in price. Oh my... Okay, the Japanese version is very cheap, but the US version is $179, $180. Don't even think about getting the collector's edition. That's just $400. Yeah, $140. So that's been pretty steady. A lot of other people have, some people go crazy a little bit, but for the most part, the basic price is, if you're gonna get it, $150 pretty much, or 180 or whatever. You can go up a little bit higher, but probably, yeah, the cheapest here is 140. So that's not bad at all. I ended up getting mine from Mercari. In fact, I can, price drop for, sorry, I'm seeing some of this shit here. Oh man. No, let me see. How much did I get it? Oh, okay. Yep, I ended up getting Ys 8 for $120. So that is okay. I could have bought it at the time for 90. I remember when I first checked on it, it was like $90, and I thought it was insane, and I was like, fuck that. But lo and behold, usually when something is low price, when something is, when you see a high price, a price that you think is pretty high, chances are if you don't snag at it then, it's going to go even higher in price. And I know there's this other game that I like, Fantasy Life on the 3DS, and this one is apparently climbing up in price. Although local game stores, I will say, they do charge a little bit higher than on eBay and shit like that, which I think is ridiculous. I understand, support. Yeah, like, oh my God. Fantasy Life, runs for like 30, not 30, like at least $50, I would say average. Okay, no, some of these people are, well, that's brand new sealed. I don't really care about a brand new sealed version of the game. But, yeah, okay, that is pretty much you'll get lucky if you can get the full game box for $50. But yeah, they got it for $60 or whatever, this local game store that I went to, which is, that's fine, I guess. It's supporting your mom and pop shops, I suppose. But anyway, going off on a tangent here with video games, but a complete Vita game collection would be amazing. There are some games here and there that are very high priced, but if I just manage my money correctly, I should be able to do that. I haven't been doing it consistently. My idea is to buy at least one Vita game a month. I want to do that, but sometimes it just hurts to fucking toss $70 at this Vita game that I don't really give a shit about, but like, fuck it, you know what I mean? Like, so, but I do want a complete Vita game collection. I just love the Vita. It's probably my favorite video game system of all time. I think it's just so cool. It is the most beautiful piece of tech I've ever seen in my life. It is maybe a little small. I'd like it a little bit bigger. But at the time when I played it when I was younger, it seemed like it was gigantic. And not only literally, but metaphorically. So, but I also want to pick up a DSi for no fucking reason at all, even though I already have a DS Lite, but it's kind of a special edition DS Lite, and I don't want to use that a lot. I kind of want to preserve that one. But anyways, yeah, so it's a lot of shit is going on in my life right now, I guess, but trying to keep up with some PlayStation 5 shit, but as you can see, this is my life, even though I don't play video games that much. It's that thing where a lot of people, they do this, they buy a bunch of games and they don't play them, and that's kind of a little bit me, so, yeah, sorry I didn't pick a random topic this time. I figure it'd be kind of interesting to kind of let you guys know who I am and kind of what I do here and there. What else? I'm going to Washington eventually at some point to see James Bay, which will be interesting. James Bay, as you can see, as you can see. I made some videos on him. He's a fantastic artist. It's my girlfriend's favorite artist, and we're excited to have that trip at some point down the line when that concert hits. But yeah, I mean, I think that's I don't really want to tell you guys, hey, well, my rent's due, next week, like I this is not the podcast for that, but hey, here and there kind of talking about what's going on in my life. Something interesting that I guess I wanted to talk about, or interesting things that I want to talk about. But I think that's about it for now. Tune in next week to see the update on what's going on with my life and new shit that I just bought that I don't use. So that's wonderful. But thank you so much for listening. This might be a little boring. You know what? Let me do a random topic here, just for all of you. And I'm gonna try to wrap it up pretty quickly here. Do you prefer short hair or long hair on a guy or girl? So we live in a world now where anything fucking goes, and sometimes certain opinions one may have can be misconstrued or misinterpreted or viewed as, insert, phobia here. And that's just the truth. It's just we live in a world where things are just a little bit more eggshelly now, and so this topic is a little fucking interesting, isn't it? But at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with preferences. I do know that, and I've talked to a few people who, are very progressive, and they say, preferences are preferences. So, do I prefer short hair or long hair? So, I prefer long hair on a girl. I prefer on a guy. Look, some guys, I don't have long hair. I have long hair, okay, for those of you that fucking know me. I have had short hair in my life, most recently, really. I did enjoy it, and then I missed the long hair, and now I have long hair, and I'm like, actually, I'm pretty fine with the long hair. So I think, to me, short hair can be kind of boring on a guy, although plenty of guys pull it off. Usually it's the kind of masculine, kind of metrosexual-y type of guys at the same time, too, with short hair. If you take care of it right and it looks fucking great, and your body looks great, and you just look great, and you've a nice sense of fashion as a man, short hair can be fucking really cool. But overall, long hair I think is just much more interesting on a man, or at least kind of mid hair. Like if you got it fucking short, buzz cut, fuck that, dude. If you like that, good for you. You know what I mean? But I prefer kind of I think a good balance of just kind of being in the middle. A little bit of some. What's a good example? I don't know, like Kurt Cobain a little bit. He didn't have it long, but he didn't have it short. So something like that I think is really interesting. But on a girl, yeah, long hair. I think there is some very cute short hair haircuts for sure, 100%. Most notably, I don't know, when you think of, I don't know if you guys seen iRobot, the actress that, the supporting actor, or the supporting actor that is next to Will Smith in that movie. I love her, and her short hair is just beautiful. So there are exceptions for sure, but I do prefer long hair on women. So I just think it's much more interesting, and and it's especially interesting when the guy also has long hair. So and with my girlfriend specifically, she's got long hair, I got long hair, so it's interesting. But there was a point where my hair was longer than hers, thicker and longer. Right now it's getting there, but I recently dyed it red. Maybe you'll see this look at some point in a video, if I get my shit together and actually just fucking start uploading shit more. But I've just been super fucking busy, man. So I'm trying to do this cover of Light Switch, and usually covers can take quite a bit of time. But anyways, that is it, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. This was Chips and Talk, episode 33. I hope you enjoyed it. Please send me an email, superjesusjackson@gmail.com. Whatever question you may have, I may address it in the next episode. Please, please, please do. That'd be really cool to get some audience interaction here in this podcast. And I'm going to try to promote it a little bit more on my YouTube. Try. But anyways, thank you so much. Please have a wonderful day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you, you beautiful person. Please take care, stay safe, and until next time, I love you.